I'm not going anywhere. I mean it. I got nowhere to be. Open up now.
Hey! You keep it down.
I will not keep it down. I want answers, okay?
We just finished breaking episode 2 of the next season, and I think the first 2 episodes just rip. I think they're great. I love them.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and discussing Better Call Saul Season 6, its potential release date, along with possibilities of it being delayed. Warning of spoilers for Better Call Saul Season 5, Breaking Bad, and El Camino. So Better Call Saul is confirmed to be renewed for Season 6, which is also its final season. There will be 3 bonus episodes, making the episode count for Season 6 13 episodes, opposed to the regular 10. This means that Better Call Saul will conclude with 63 episodes, 1 more episode than Breaking Bad. Peter Gould, Tom Schnauz, and Vince Gilligan might have done this to give each other a hard time, with Better Call Saul having 1 more episode than Breaking Bad. That being said, the Breaking Bad movie, El Camino, is technically the 63rd episode of Breaking Bad, as its original concept codename was Episode 63 or something along those lines. So, as you may know, with everything going on in the world during 2020, it's changed the work environment along with our current way of life in general. Many forms of entertainment have been delayed over the spring and summer, such as various movies, TV shows, video games. Some movies that were scheduled to come out during this time were either released as direct downloads or delayed altogether due to theaters being closed down for some time. TV shows that were currently airing were paused or delayed, such as The Walking Dead, which still hasn't aired its season finale yet. The Walking Dead and Better Call Saul Season 5 both aired at the same time in spring 2020, and they're both on AMC. But luckily, Better Call Saul Season 5 was entirely finished post-production, and the episodes could be released on time as originally intended. Better Call Saul Season 5 just finished a few months ago, fans loved it, and we're hoping to not have to wait an extended period of time for the final season. If they need some extra polishing time, sure, but hopefully no large delays. With everything currently shut down and slowly reopening around the world, fans are worried that it could be a while before Season 6 is released or even filmed.
I want answers, okay? The time has come for you to level with me, and I'm not going to leave until you do.
Inside now.
Okay, look. Okay.
As you may know, Better Call Saul Season 5 was delayed an extra half year due to the Breaking Bad movie El Camino being created and produced. They used the same team on El Camino that they used for Better Call Saul, so they had to delay Season 5. The fact that they were able to keep El Camino such a well-kept secret is amazing, but that's another discussion. My point is that since they kept El Camino a secret, we didn't know the true reason why Season 5 got delayed until after El Camino came out. So if Season 6 gets delayed, they may not tell us the true reason why. At least not until after everything's all said and done, as that's what they did with El Camino. So although Season 5 was pushed back, it was for good reason, and the creators were still working hard to produce good content. Season 6, on the other hand, has had no sight of being delayed, at least so far. It doesn't seem like they've planned on delaying it for another side project again or anything like that, because multiple sources have confirmed that Season 6 was always originally intended to begin filming during September of 2020, with the release date of sometime during 2021. In an interview with Lalo's actor, Tony Dalton, he confirmed that filming for Season 6 was always intended to start in September, and so far the plan hasn't changed. In an interview with Peter Gould, he also confirmed a similar thing, well pretty much the same thing, that Season 6 production was always set to begin in fall 2020, with Season 6 hopefully releasing sometime during 2021.
We'll see. I get asked that question every once in a while. We are planning to shoot in the fall. So knock on wood that we get to proceed as planned.
Apparently Michael Mando, who is Nacho's actor, also confirmed that filming will start in September, so we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully nothing gets delayed. We'll have to see if there's a second wave of things, but only time will tell, and since they originally intended on the fall, they weren't delayed by the first wave of everything that went on this year, so we're just waiting to see if things can pick up and life can sort of resume as we know it, and hopefully they can go back to filming the final season, or rather just start in general.
It's just awkward. There's something about being in a room and being with the board that you're working on, as opposed to having a digital. Now I write down stuff on an index card. I'll take a picture of it, send it to Jen Carroll, who will digitally put it on a separate board online, that we can all look at together at the same time. It's just more time consuming, and there's just something missing in the process that I can't quite put my finger on.
The release dates of previous seasons hasn't always been exact, and depending on how long it takes them to finish with factors such as holidays and polishing and new safety precautions, they've been known to release the show at different times each year, so that's nothing new to expect. And now with everything happening around the world, they've had to switch up their ways of creating the show in general, because instead of meeting in a writer's room at a physical location, now all the writers meet up on the Zoom FaceTiming app in order to collaborate on the show, while also social distancing.
So even though it's a little bit of an uphill battle, and it always is, and we're always complaining about it, but this gives us something new to complain about. And as great as the work people are doing is, it misses something by being in front of a live audience.
Currently, the creators of the show are in the writer's room, and in a bonus podcast, they've confirmed that so far they've completed the scripts for the first 2 episodes, and that was 2 months ago, so they've probably written like half of the season by now if I had to guess. But the thing is they're going slower than usual. Due to the writer's room having to be virtual, they're not able to talk over each other and have that vibe that the room organically has, and they can focus on the person that they would want to or should, because the Zoom app actually automatically mutes everyone out except for one random person talking, so it chooses for them who has the spotlight, and it forces them to focus on them and listen to one particular person.
It's very hard to interrupt each other in the way that when you're in the room, you can hear when somebody else says, "Bah," and then you intuitively know how to cede to that person, or just pitch dialogue over on top of each other when you're building a scene, so that everyone's got someone throws in a line and someone else throws in a line. But Zoom, it kind of makes the decision of who to listen to. It kind of makes it so that people get cut off. It's a little more sequential than on top of each other sometimes, which...
And as you can tell, I'm splicing in little clips of the interviews, but the links to the full interviews and the articles that I discuss in this video will be in the description.
Look, this, even with doing it through Zoom, it is the best job to have in the world. I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
It's just different, and we have to do it this way because of the circumstances. So it's unfortunate, but I'd rather be in a room with my buddies breaking a story.
Now, due to the fact that they're not used to working with all this technology, such as Zoom automatically muting everyone out except for one person talking, it's taking them slightly longer to go around the room and address their ideas, along with the fact of not being able to blurt things out on top of each other. It's actually hindering their work process, and they were joking about having to raise hands now.
We have a real shorthand when we're in a room together. Now the technology is, we're now raising our hands when we want to talk, and there's a different flow, and it's taking us longer to get through an episode right now. At the moment, we haven't quite mastered this technology.
They're staying positive. They seem happy with the work that they've completed so far. It's just that it's taking them longer, as they've admitted to not being very tech savvy when it comes to video chat and that sort of thing. So as the creators of the show adapt and integrate their work life to be more accommodating for social distancing, they've now been forced to teach themselves to do their job mainly online. It's been a process that they've had to get used to, but the work will get done regardless. They're in the process of it right now, and I believe that it will keep the same quality. Not only are the creators and writers of the show currently in the virtual writer's room creating season 6, but they've also confirmed from tweets and interviews and articles that Vince Gilligan will be joining them again. Vince Gilligan has been there during seasons 4 and 5. He directed one of the best episodes of the show in general for season 5, but over the past 2 years during the Insider podcast and just general interviews, Vince Gilligan has been talking from sort of an outside perspective. If you weren't aware, during seasons 4 and 5 of Better Call Saul, Vince actually stepped back and let the other creators such as Peter Gould and Tom Schnoz take the lead, but Vince is back to help wrap up the show with all of the different story arcs for season 6, and I couldn't be more excited. I feel like Vince is going to give more of an arcing plot, and then he's going to let all the other writers go in and give all the finer details. Now, seasons 4 and 5 have been great. I will admit I was a little bit skeptical at first, but season 5 just completely blew me out of the water. I am a big fan, so Tom Schnoz and Peter Gould have been doing a great job regardless, and now with Vince overlooking things again, I'm really excited for what they have in store. There's also been speculation that Better Call Saul season 6 will have a mid-season finale followed by a break before the second half. This is done by TV shows when there's too many episodes in a season, but this theory came to be due to the fact that Breaking Bad season 5, the final season, actually did the same thing, splitting the 16-episode season into 2 8-episode parts, creating the terms season 5A and season 5B respectively. Now, unlike The Walking Dead, which usually only has a 2 to 3 month break, Season 5B of Breaking Bad was delayed until the following year, splitting up the final seasons between 2 years, effectively making it feel like 2 shortened seasons, even though in hindsight and during rewatches, it is just one regular final season that they had to cut in 2. So will Better Call Saul Season 6 do this as well? There's 13 episodes in total, so they could split it at either episode 6 or 7. Personally, I hope that this doesn't happen, because I do just want all of Better Call Saul Season 6 to be released at once and not have to wait multiple months to a year for the second part of the season and just the overall conclusion to the show. If they did split up Season 6 into 2 parts, I would hope that they'd have some gold to show us, and it better be worth it. I already believe that Better Call Saul Season 6 will be good without a doubt, but in my opinion, they'd have to have a season where every episode is as mind-blowing as Bagman or Chicanery to warrant being able to satisfy us with only half a season and then forcing us to wait another year, even a few months at that. If the episodes really do blow us out of the water more than we could have ever expected, maybe we could be content with only getting the first part of the season immediately. And with that being said, can anyone remember how exactly they originally announced Breaking Bad Season 5 as a 2-part final season? Because if they start giving the same warning signs that they did going into the final season of Breaking Bad, we may be able to expect it and anticipate it happening for Better Call Saul Season 6. But as of right now, the show creators and writers haven't alluded at all to splitting up Better Call Saul Season 6 into 2 parts. So for now, it seems like Season 6 will release on its own entirely, but I'll keep you all updated if anything changes in that regard. So from what we're able to gather, they're probably about halfway through writing Season 6 currently through the virtual Zoom call meetings, and they're planning for filming in September. The expected release date for Season 6 is around mid-2021, but it may take them up until fall 2021 due to the process being slightly slower due to safety concerns. And not only that, considering the extended season, it'll probably take them slightly longer to film as well. And well, that brings up the question, how long does it usually take to film a season? Now, looking up for interviews and such for this video, I came across an Instagram live stream from back in April that Tony Dalton did, Lalo's actor, and he said that usually filming a season takes 4 to 5 months, but that since Season 6 is 13 episodes long, it will take about 6 months.
How long does it take to film a season usually? Asks Victoria Christie. Well, this last season, I think it was 4 or 5 months, but the next one, from what I have understood, is 13 episodes, so it's going to be, I think, 6 months.
This means that if they start filming Season 6 in September 2020 and it takes 6 months, half a year, they should hopefully finish filming by February 2021 or possibly March at the latest, depending on when the actual starting date is. So far, they say that they're on schedule with where the writing room would normally be, so let's hope that they don't start falling behind. But that being said, filming will be a new challenge for them considering the safety precautions that they'll probably have to follow, but hopefully that also won't affect scenes with large amounts of people too much. Like if there's a bunch of background people or a bunch of people crowded around together, and I've wanted to make this video for some time now, even before Season 5 had finished airing. Better Call Saul is just such a great show to have on to keep us sane during quarantine and everything that's been going on this year, but I have been worried for the future release date of the final season. I would have made this video a month or 2 ago when I originally thought of it and with the whole situation arising in the world, but I figured it'd be best to wait a while to see how things sort of played out so we'd get at least an idea of how bad things could get, along with if it would continue to get worse or not, or actually turn around and get better by the summer and fall. There's not much we can do but wait and see how things play out. Hopefully they get better instead of getting worse, and I hope that everyone stays safe. Now, as far as the show being delayed due to the current world events, luckily since their filming doesn't start until the fall, they've been able to work through all of this. No one truly knows when Hollywood will completely open up and start running again, because I'm sure that they'll have to implement a ton of new safety procedures to filming and production. I bet that they're just banking that we don't get a second wave of everything that's been going on in the world, and that everything will be able to continue opening up and resuming by the end of the summer going into the fall, but that's a whole other topic that I'm not going to really get into. This isn't a politics or current events channel or a news channel. Well, I guess it is for Better Call Saul, but not IRL. And I've heard that just speaking one of the multiple names of the virus could potentially get videos automatically flagged, which is why I've been dancing around the title of the subject this whole time. Now, with that all being said, let me know, do you think that things are going to get better better or worse going into the fall? Do you think there's going to be a second wave? And do you think that they'll actually be able to stick to their original plans of filming in September and going through the fall? I really hope so. I'm really looking forward to season 6, but at the same time, I want everyone to stay safe. I obviously don't want anyone's life to be put in danger just to get a show out, so hopefully they figure out a safe way in order to finish off the final season, and I'll be back with any updates that I can. And speaking of updates, channel update, quick one. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I don't even know what to say. We were working towards it, we made it, we're here, and it feels great to know that we have so many active subscribers, both new and old, and that we have such a nice Better Call Saul community here post season 5. I love going through all the video comments. I'll literally just spend hours reading all of them, and there's such detail and there's such interesting theories. You guys really go all out, and I appreciate that. It's really nice hearing from so many different perspectives. There's always a few bad apples in every group, but even that hasn't been so bad, so I really appreciate everyone's support. Thanks for watching the video, especially if you're watching this part. That means you've watched until the end, so thanks again. And at this point, you all know that I appreciate you liking the videos if you've enjoyed anything that I've said today. And if you're new here or you just haven't yet already, please subscribe and hit that bell notification for updates on whenever I do post new content on Better Call Saul. I'm currently upgrading my setup, so hopefully I'll be able to pump out videos more efficiently now. Apologies for this video taking so long to come out. That half-an-hour Kim video just really took a lot out of me. I'm also figuring out my new setup, and just full transparency here, I bought the new Animal Crossing game, and it's my first time ever playing Animal Crossing, so yeah, that's kind of my life now. Sorry about that. But as always, I thank you guys all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
I'm really happy to report that the Better Call Saul family has been healthy so far, and I hope everyone watching stays safe and healthy, and that this is a temporary situation.